A couple of things. I got so many thoughts going through my head, and this may be the last groundbreaking, and if it is, it's an amazing culmination for 30 years, and I couldn't think of a more important place and a more important way to be able to end a career. I first want to thank Greg and Diamante and the team at the URA. Diamante's right. There was not a priority based upon community development within the URA when we took office, and it was about the big projects, and there were two priorities that were given: how many jobs are being created, and how much of a tax base was being created for the city. And that's really how the URA operated for decades. Is the city's tax base disappeared and people were moving out of the city, and we recognized that there needed to be a different priority. And as we got pushback from staff, we replaced the staff and we brought in people who had a similar vision. Sometimes they came from other places in the country where they were able to be the change agents in those cities, and sometimes we found them right in our own backyard. Diamante, I still remember when I met you, and it was at the Fabulous 40 with the Pittsburgh Courier when you were being recognized, and it was days after the tragedy in Wilkinsburg when we lost several of our neighbors. And at that dinner, I challenged the people who were being honored not to point at the problem, but to come up with the solutions. And of those 40 people being recognized, you became the leader of that group. And when we needed somebody to bring in the change at the URA, I knew that you were the person to be able to do it. And I remember that meeting that we had with Majestic when we were looking for somebody to help to be able to create that model within the neighborhoods. And his recommendation at that point was, she's the woman to lead. And I knew that you were the right person. When Big Tom came up with his vision, and he said, look, I have equity. I have a history of being an entrepreneur. Is there a program? No, there wasn't a program. And I want to thank you, Dr. Walker, for helping to be able to piece together all these different pieces in each of the people here, of being able to pull it together. It's the holiday season, and I'll watch my 28 minutes worth of It's a Wonderful Life. But that's what's happening today. Every single person here is here for you, Big Tom. And what they're doing is they're reaching out like this. And they're saying, I have something that I can give to make sure that this dream actually happens. And if you look around at this group is saying that this community matters to me. This building is more than brick and mortar. This building is the history of the neighborhood that I call home. And it mattered when I was a kid and I used to come in here. And this was not a barbershop, this was a community center. And it was the lifeblood of the community that I cared about. And it was something that was important and meant something to me and my family. And this guy is not only a son of this neighborhood, he has become an elder and somebody who's important for the future and the future of my family. And this is generational. He is going to take this into the next generation and have that history preserved. And the history of my neighborhood will continue. What an amazing investment. And everybody here is reaching out just like It's a Wonderful Life when they all come in and they're all pitching in. How many boxes can you check? What's a better investment? This or giving the money to Target? Do you know what I mean? Jake, where are you? There you are. You're coming in at a good time. And I'm very excited. I believe the change is good. And change helps to bring new ideas and new energy. But you got the group. This is what happens when the Hill works together. You can't stop it. The energy, the belief, and when the Hill unites around itself. All the pieces are here, folks. You're all the part of the jigsaw puzzle. And you're all here today showing what success looks like. Jake, take the ball and run. You got a lot more Big Toms, and you got a lot more of the beautiful infrastructure. You got the program now to be able to do it, and you got the people who believe. I'm not going to go far away, but I'm going to be there to watch as you guys continue to do amazing things. It's been an honor to be able to work with you. And if this is the last time I put a shovel into dirt, and then 30 years of a career in serving the public, I can go out with my head held high that I got to do it with you.
And all the other speakers, I think we all have a face full of tears. That was beautiful, Mayor Peduto. Thank you so much for your comments. So before I invite up our last and final speaker, I want to do a few thank yous. So I know that you see me in front of podiums a lot with shovels and hard hats, and that's great. That's wonderful. I feel very honored and very humbled to be in position to do that. But I do not do it in isolation. I do not do it by myself. It is made possible by the wonderful, talented, gifted, innovative staff at the URA. And so if I have a superpower, it is them. They are the superpower. They are the engine that drives a lot of what happens. So I want to recognize Leah Matthews, who's here today. I know she's sick of my email saying, where are we with Tom's Barbershop? When is the ribbon going? When is the groundbreaking? When is the ribbon cutting? But she has been an excellent project manager on this project. Josette Fitzgibbons is here. She does our